On the surface he appeared to be a kind young man who cared about the elderly, but in secret he tricked them into opening credit cards, leaving them buried under massive debt. This time they targeted a lonely old man. Not only was he generous with money, even his shoes were limited editions, so they snuck into his house. To their surprise, the old man owned a Ferrari, and his house was filled with premium wine. Just then the old man came back with a package. Inside was a bundle full of US dollars. The next day the man hosted a performance in the village, and invited the old man to watch. But shortly after the show began, the old man left with his cane, leaving the man standing there confused. Back home he immediately asked his men if they found anything. Turns out during the day's show, he had sent them to sneak into the old man's house again, though they didn't find where the cash was hidden. They saw the old man return with another bundle of money. Clearly he was hiding it somewhere outside. The man decided to follow the old man the next day, but they hadn't gone far when the old man suddenly turned around. The three of them quickly hid behind a tree, but the old man pretended not to see them. It was a trick to lure them away from his home. Meanwhile, members of the revenge team broke into the man's house to search for the stolen money, but they searched the entire building and found nothing. The man followed the old man all day with no result, because the old man was just digging for wild vegetables in the mountains. To move the plan forward, the old man suggested watching a musical show, but insisted the performer had to be a young woman. To gain his trust, the man hastily found a woman to perform. Unexpectedly, the old man was thrilled, and gave the woman cash as a tip after the show. The man then approached her, offering a generous reward to get close to the old man, but what he didn't know was that the woman was working with the old man. The old man then handed her a set of car keys. When the three saw the Ferrari arrive, they ran over excitedly. The woman said the old man gave it to her, and even gave her a map showing where the money was hidden. Seeing this, the man rushed forward to snatch it, but the woman stepped on the gas and sped off. The three gave chase, but were left behind at a fork in the road. When they finally found the car again, the woman was gone, but luckily the treasure map was still there. Just as they were examining it, a truck behind them suddenly started moving. By the time they noticed, it was too late. They could only watch as it plunged off a cliff, exploding into ashes. Though the truck wasn't valuable, the man cried his heart out. Turns out the revenge team had never found the stolen money, so Dodge searched their car, and surprisingly found it hidden inside. After taking the money, Dodge tampered with the car. Then while they were distracted, he pressed a button sending the car down the cliff. The man, unaware, thought all the money was gone. His face twisted in rage, scaring his two men into running away. Just then a taxi passed by, and the driver was Dodge. In the end, the two were thrown into the sea for days. Meanwhile, the man finally found the hidden location on the map, but just as he started digging, he stepped on something, brushing it aside. It turned out to be a landmine. The man ultimately paid for his actions. The next day the revenge team gave away the scammers' products for free to the elderly in the village, and returned all their stolen money.